Hi all, right back with more Europa Universalis. The ambitious Margrave solo scenario. It's my part 31. So got a little bit of a chance of squeezing a wee part in just now, and maybe back later tonight. We'll see. We've got guests coming later for dinner though, so I need to prepare things and do some things. So where were we? Well, it's our turn. Denmark's passed. Everybody's taking their event. See, Denmark's passed. But the Austria bot gained some power again, didn't it? 4-8-12, 4-8-12. So it's equal to its spent, which means it won't pass next turn. So while I was not looking at things, I thought, why not do a trade action again? Maybe get some more money. I mean, we're okay for money. I think we've got a bit more extra to pay though to keep our advisors on our side. I can't think of the words sometimes. Anyway, but then I thought, well, diplomacy, if I spend another diplomatic power to take a trade, I know I want to do this next turn, which is going to cost me 4. I don't have a spy network card in play, or it would have been 1 cheaper. So that's going to cost 4 diplomatic power, and I'm probably going to be wanting to do this as well, which is another diplomatic power, so that's 5. Also, you could consider possibilities of bringing the subjugate card back as well, which would cost another diplomatic power, and then playing it again for another diplomatic power. So that's 4, 5, 6. That's 7 diplomatic power that I would need. Now I'm going to get 3 from. Actually, sorry, I forgot. I'm going to get 5, am I? Because we installed this new advisor as well. So it's actually going to be 5 I'm going to get. But here's the thing, I'm going to get 5 military power as well. Yeah, I was forgetting about advisors when I counting. And even our administrative guy is good as well now. In fact, we've got good advisors there now. So if I was getting 5 back, meaning I probably don't need to bring subjugate cards back, but I feel like I do need 5 diplomatic power. So if I spend 1 just now, and we're going to get 5 back, then you're going to have 6 grand. And you can always use the change national focus to maybe get another couple. So maybe I could trade once more. The thing is, we've exhausted our node in Saxony. So we're relying on either Champagne or Vienna. Well, it's just still possible. What are some of the other things you could consider then? I think the other thing I might consider is grabbing the cannons idea. I think I will do that. That's going to wipe out all my military power, but I'm going to gain 5. It's just they're terribly expensive, aren't they? But that's what they are, so that's what you've got to deal with. It's not that there's an easier way of doing it. Well, that actually, we did have that card. In fact, there's one of them in the discard pile. Was there not? 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th card down, actually. Research an idea at the cost of just 2 monarch power of the matching type. So to dig down and get this card back, but I mean I'd need to discard 2 cards to get it back, to spend 2 of that power, to then spend 2 military power to grab the cannons. And we would score 1 extra prestige as well, so we scored 3 prestige instead of the 2, but then I've got to discard 2 cards to go and get that. I mean, is that worth it all? And well, in fact, no, I've dealt with all my cards. I can discard this card, but we need 2, so I need to discard 1 of these 2. So yeah, that's not really a good idea either, is it? Maybe I should have. I wasn't going to appoint this guy maybe if I'd left that, I would have been able to do that. So there you go. Well, we've done that now. Right. Okay, and anything else? Oh, increased stability, but that costs 5 of administrative power, so that's not any good. Convert area. Well, no. I think I'm going to have to go and ask a question on these diverse faiths. To see how can you remove them? Is it possible to remove them? I don't think that convert area deals with it, because I already looked at that and it didn't sort of sound like that was the way to be able to do it. Convert area. Convert the religion of a given area to your state religion if you own every province in the area. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I wish there was some info there. There's nothing I could find that says how to remove a diverse faith token. You know, there was nothing. That's not to say it's not there, but nothing I came across. Anyway, so increase stability, convert area, colonise. Well, not really been doing any of that. Then you've got diplomatic actions, influence, forge alliance, fabricate claims. Yeah, well, I don't really. No, I think if I was to use a diplomatic action, I think it would just be trade again. And then military action, you've got declare war, activate units, which, yeah, I'm annoyed. I didn't realise that milestone was there again, or I would have recruited. But it's not activate units, that one. It'd be recruit units, and then at least have 2 units. I would have to take an extra turn and an extra action to do that, and then do the siege. But actually, that might have ended up causing more trouble, because then Denmark would have declared war on Pomerania and probably nicked in before us. So maybe just as well I didn't do that. Suppress unrest. Well, we can't do that while these are occupied. We found that one out when we looked into it. So yeah, there's not really replenish manpower. No, because I'm probably going to get the units back. So take the trade, do the trade action, grab the cannons. Well, let's just do the cannons one. Yeah, let's do that, because it'll bode well for us in the future, surely. So it's going to cost me 5 military power, and that's all I've got. What's kind of cringing about. So yeah, we've done that, and then we'll swing around to here. Not very professionally, but there you go. And we're going to get a little tag. And we're going to tag this and we're going to gain 2 points. Which moves us up to 4, which is, we're not that far behind. I mean, Austria are only on 10. Denmark are on 3, so we're okay. And then, so allows you to recruit artillery units in your armies. Instant effect, gain 1 artillery unit in an existing army. How much do artillery units cost? 6. Oh, yo. Yeah, well, I mean, cavalry is 5, so it's not that far behind. So anyway, we're going to gain 1 artillery unit in an existing army. Right, so I think I said already that this must have to come from available manpower. Because, you know, it can't come from my supply, because we've only got so much. Well, let's have a quick BGG search for that. With cannons, just to see. Well, that was no good. Done a subject only search for cannons, and there was nothing. There is stuff when you type the word cannon, but yeah, I'm going to say that it must have to come from here. So, because it does just say gain 1 artillery unit in an existing army. Well, it doesn't really matter, because we're coming at the end, and our manpower is going to be 3, 5, and then the +1. So it's going to be 6, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to gain 2 more, and they're going to go unavailable anyway, aren't they? Then we're probably going to get these exhausted ones back. So I think it's all going to pan out well. So we're going to gain, and you just use, it's just these are the only units that cover things, but it's just we're putting it down in an artillery box now. So, and that's in Army 1. So now we've got one allied infantry unit and one of our own artillery units. Okay, and we scored the points, and yeah, that's that. So that's our turnover. Right, so let's move on to Austria then. And like I say, they've got even amount of point. So they're not under attack. Their army is on the board, but they can't siege. They've already done their sieging down there. No colonists. So their spent bot power is not greater than what they've got left. No, it's the same as. So no, so has any bot cards left? Yeah, draw a bot card. Okay. So here we go. Right, convert Papal Curia. Ooh, convert. Oh, well, actually, we might see, because they've got this diverse faiths as well. So I wonder if that the bot instructions might tell us something about that. Oh, hang on, they're up. Well, no, this is the case where now they're not at war. Because the two wars that they've got going, they're occupying all the provinces involved. So, for purposes of making their choices, they are considered not to be at war. Okay, so we're going to spend 2 bot power. So that's probably more than likely they're going to be them passing next turn. And they're going to flip a administrative card. We get revolutionary ideas. Oh, that's the one I was just talking about. That's a pity. I would have quite liked to have drawn that. I thought that card worked quite well, but anyway, it's in the discard pile. You can see there's multiple copies of some of these cards, though, so you know you can always. Right, so let's look at the convert action then. Well, right away there you go. So convert any areas with religious dissent. And I remember querying this one, wondering like, well, is it only worried about areas that are in Austrian territories that are in religious dissent? I'm pretty sure that is the case. I'm pretty sure it's not interested if there's an area way up in Denmark that's in religious dissent, you know. So, well, yes, there is, because of the diverse faith. Diverse faith is always considered in religious dissent. So, is Catholic and all its areas are Protestant or vice versa? Well, no, that is not the case. I mean, it's diverse faiths, but for the purposes, if we read up diverse faiths, it doesn't change the state religion of Catholic. So I'm not sure, I think here it's still considered Catholic. Maybe not. But anyway, all the areas, is Catholic and all its areas are Protestant or vice versa. Well, that's not the case. So no, all provinces in a dissenting area owned by bot or by realm with state religion. What? All provinces in a dissenting area. So the dissenting area is well, actually that area is called Austria, right? Yeah, because it's in its capital, isn't it? Yeah, clearly. Yeah. So it's Austria. So all provinces in Austria owned by the bot or by realms with state religion. Right, hang on, I'm not grasping that. All provinces in a dissenting area owned by bot. Oh, all provinces in a dissenting area owned by bot. Yes. Or by realms with same state religion. Well, that's a yes. Convert area to state religion. Score 2 prestige. Prefer area with own towns of most tax value. Yeah, but there's only one area involved here. So it says convert area to state religion. And then end turn. Yeah, so I knew I was going to go and have to ask a bit more about diverse faiths, so I think now is the time. Because I don't know if this can happen. Because, right, that says convert area to state religion. Right, let's just look up diverse faiths again. So here it's here. Sometimes an area simply has a diverse faiths token because none of the other faiths dominate in that area. Diverse faiths cannot... hang on, that says... so it's not Vienna itself that's got the diverse faiths. It did say to place it on its capital, but this is the area that's got the diverse faiths. Yeah, in fact, should that not be in the Catholic? It should be in the Catholic bit, shouldn't it? Yeah, I wasn't thinking of that. Yeah, because that's what I've got with that one. So it goes in the wee bit that says Catholic, these diverse faith tokens. Yeah, and they were all Catholic. Right, okay. So sometimes an area simply has a diverse faith tokens because none of the other faiths dominate in that area. Fair enough. Diverse faiths cannot be adopted as a state religion. Areas with diverse faiths are always considered to be in a state of religious dissent, which is why we're dealing with what we're dealing. For all player realms, regardless of their state religion, any non-player realms in such areas keep the state religion they are listed with on the realm player aid. Yeah, I'm still not really getting this. I kind of know what it's doing, I just don't really know how to deal with it. So questions we need to ask. Well, I suppose what we need to ask, it's page 14 I want to say. Convert area, which is what the bot's doing just now, well, it's in its own kind of bot way. You may convert the religion of a given area to your state religion if you own every province in the area. Yeah, and that's what the bot was doing, wasn't it? Place appropriate religion token on the area. So my question is, diverse faiths, can the convert area action remove a diverse faith token? I think it's as simple as that. Okay, so question posted. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this one. I could see this kind of going either way, but it would make sense and be a way to deal with these diverse faith tokens. And first I was going to say it would be an easy way to do it, but 2 administrative power and 3 ducats isn't something to be sniffed at, so... And in fact, hang on, what does this carry on for? Place appropriate religion token on the area's religion slot or remove the current token and reveal the printed symbol. Add 1 unrest to one of your affected towns and roll rebel dice for all your... yeah. See, that's the downside to it, I suppose, that you're going to... But then you're going to be rolling for rebel dice on this anyway come the time, so... but that seems to be well. If my thinking is right, it's a way to get rid of it, isn't it? Now the bot didn't have that added to it, did it? So it's getting to cheat again. Which, you know what? When I say that, I don't mind. Like I think I said, maybe in the video last night, it was going on a bit. Had a few beers, so was talking about not that one. Was talking about how. Plenty of other games I've played, the bots are allowed to do things that the player wouldn't, and it's just the way it works. I don't sort of say, oh, that's not fair, or I maybe do, but I'm only having a little joke. Oh, oops, sorry, I'm only having a little joke and mocking things a little bit. Right, it's going to come. If I keep doing that, it's eventually not going to be sitting right. I need to maybe prepare ahead and possibly order a new one of these. Like I say, I would buy this tripod again. It's been really, really good. It wasn't very expensive. I want to say it was only £25 or something. And it's not that it's just breaking because of wear and tear. It's because I've knocked it over 2 or 3 times. Right. Don't have a reply yet, but let's see if we can move on. So if it was to go there, it just ends its turn. It doesn't put any unrest. In fact, you know what? It scores 2 prestige points. I don't think we were getting that either, were we? So if it happened to be not, though, it would then be performing the second action with a card, I think, Grant. That's definitely not applying. So I wouldn't go to that. So it is religious dissent. It is classed as religious dissent, so it would look there. And this is definitely not applying, so it definitely would look there. See, and this says with state religion. I think that applies. I think this tells us that that's working. But then, I don't know, it's converting the area to state religion, and is that diverse faith token doing that as such? It's maybe not. So maybe, I don't know how it kind of gets guided to there though. It would have to be through this. But then all provinces in a dissenting area are owned by the bot, so that's a yes. So I'm kind of hoping this comes back that it can be done. If it wasn't, can I move on and just take my next turn? Am I going to trade? I'm just going to save the power. Because the thing is, the bot's going to pass next turn and get the 2 ducats. Whereas if I trade, you know what, I think I'm going to pass. Right, if the bot doesn't do that, he's going to do the papal curia action, which is here. Papal curia has Catholic state religion. Well, yes, it does, remember, because the diverse faiths wasn't changing its state religion, I think. Is that not what it said? It was page 38. You just looked at this a minute ago, Grant. Is that what it was saying, though? Diverse faiths cannot be adopted as state religion. Areas with diverse faiths are always considered a state of religious dissent. For all player realms, regardless of their state religion... All areas with diverse faiths are always considered to be in a state of religious dissent for all player realms, regardless of their state religion. Yeah, I think the state religion is still classed as Catholic. Even though it's not dominating the area, because that's why that's here. Diverse faith cannot be adopted as a state religion, because I think the state religion is still called Catholic. Any NPRs in such areas keep the state religion they are listed with in the realm player aid. Yeah, so whatever they've got on the player aid, that's what they have. I think Austria is still classed as us having a state religion, a Catholic. So that would be a yes. Is uncontested papal controller? No. Is papal controller? No. Place a cardinal. See, this is where they get to place a cardinal. Where's our action to do this? I don't know. There was something that happened in the next age that kicked in. No, I think that was... I don't know. So it looks like it would then place... In the number 1 slot, it's going to place a cardinal. If now papal controller, remove excommunication. Well, there's no excommunication out there. So if it's not that, it's going to do this, and it's going to put a cube on the cardinal slot. However, that cube is going to have to come from... It's going to have to come from the spent bot power, which does mean that they've still got more spent than not. So, okay, so it's either one of the 2 things that are going to happen. The diverse phase token is going to come off and they're going to score 2 points, or they're going to put a cardinal on the leftmost slot, score 2 points, end turn. Yeah, I still haven't had the reply. So, we'll see. Right, so I'll move on to my turn and we'll just deal with this, just so I can push on and try and get this part finished, because I don't have an awful lot of time. So, in actual fact, I am going to pass, I think. Because there is a chance if I get a bad trade, I'm only going to end up with 2 ducats anyway, it's possible. So, why not just take the 2 ducats, save the diplomatic power, take the 2 ducats for passing. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to pass, and second place, and we're going to gain 2 ducats. Right, and I've got 10, 16. 16 or 17? 16. I've got 16 ducats. That's pretty good. Right, and that's me passed. So now the bot gets one more action, because it's done its event. It still gets one more action, Austria. However, no, it's not going to. It's just going to pass, isn't it? It's got power left. It's not under attack by enemies or rebels. Its army is on the map, but it can't siege. No colonists. Its spent bot power is greater than what it's got left. And remember, we might be moving one of these into the cardinal slot if it turns out that that's the action they would do. I'm kind of hoping it's not. It's going to be the other one. They're just going to gain, they're going to remove that diversity token, and they're going to gain 2 prestige. So its spent is greater than what's got left, and it's not at war, and it has picked its event, so it's going to pass. Okay, so that is going to be the end of the action phase. And we just need to wait on the answer to that question just to tidy things up there. Yeah, so hopefully maybe I can go through the rest of, mind you, I've got this war situation. Well, I want to say these should be reasonably simple. They should be total victories. This should be a total victory. This should be a total victory. And this should be a total victory. That's what I kind of feel. There doesn't feel like there's any issues in any 3 of the wars. So it should be a straightforward case of removing the war tokens, removing the occupy markers, taking the claim away and flipping 2. That'll take our unrest away as well, which would be good. Yeah, and also flipping this back, I think. But there's some steps to go before that though, Grant. So, right. So action phase is done. Okay, I'll look at the bot bit first. Okay, I did get a reply from Mix. I'm just not quite sure it's clear. The way he's came back with that, I'm not sure. So I've had to ask follow-ups, asking, well, does that mean it can remove it or not? I'll maybe go into more detail with that when I get a further reply. I've realised that I'm probably not going to have time to finish this part. I probably do need to start getting on with things. So I'm only at 28 minutes there though, so I'll just pause this. Hopefully, if I get the chance to come back tonight, or it might be tomorrow, then I'll just add the next bit onto this. Hopefully, just finishing off this round and then getting ready for the last round of the age when we get started with that. Okay, so I'll leave it for now and just leave this on pause overnight. And well, I'll stop the video, but I'll be joined on anyway. Okay, I'll be back hopefully later tonight, if not tomorrow. Cheers. Hi all. Right, back to finish with this part, which is part 31. I didn't get back last night, yesterday after all, but not that that's relevant. This will just attach onto the part that I'd recorded earlier. I think we had about 30 minutes so far. So if I just keep that in mind, run this for about 30 minutes or so, or well, between 20 and 40 minutes I suppose, depends what we get up to. So I did get an answer back from a question. The question being, alright, I did actually mean to look at the video footage before I hit record there. I think we just left it. No, I've passed. Yeah, no, we're at the end of the turn, aren't we? Yeah, and I'm a little bit annoyed though, because I think there was something that I should have done. Anyway, well, it relates to this question, I suppose. So whether I could allow myself to... Well, if I allow myself to take back, it means Austria are going to finish before me, and I'm not going to get the 2 ducats. So you do have that to think about, Grant. Anyway, what was the issue? Yeah, the convert situation. let's open up for the bot. Well, it was a bot that was doing it, but I was like then thinking, right, what would I be able to do what it's doing as well? So yeah, the convert action, any areas with religious dissent, and if there is, which you can see that all these areas have got diverse faiths, which it does say that means they're in religious dissent. Is Catholic in all its areas or Protestant or vice versa? Well, that's a no. All provinces in the descending area owned by bot or by realms with the same state religion, that's a yes. So it says convert area to state religion, score 2 points, which I'll need to do as well. And then it preferences an area, but the area is it's capital area of Austria, and it's the Austrian area where its capital is. So yeah, and I just wondered if that meant it removed the diverse face token, and because it doesn't look clear to me in the rules. Now, again, that's not to say that it quite possibly is clear in the rules, but anyway, so I asked my question. Hi all, can the bot convert action remove a diverse face token? And for that matter, can the player convert area action also remove a diverse face token? Right, and then unfortunately, Mix replies to me. I'm not knocking his reply. It's just that I think he, whether he wanted to give me more detail here or not, or maybe he needed to say more rather than just a yes or a no to that. No, don't get me wrong. If it's a yes or a no, I would like some added information, explanation or whatever. But anyway, it just means that I didn't quite understand for the start. He says, converting an area is meant to turn an area from whatever religion it currently has to your own. Diverse faiths is one more religion type that an area can have. Now, see, I'm understanding that better now. And you can convert such an area to turn it into your state religion. So it pretty much says there in his answer, to be honest, and here's me saying he's not really giving me the answer, but it does. Once I read that now, and although I needed to see what he said finally before I've come back to that and read that properly. Well, let me read on this. I says, so I'm not sure I follow, but it sounds like you're saying that the convert action can remove a diverse face token. Cheers. Question mark. A convert area action changes the religion of a given area to match your own. So he's basically he's spelling it out again to me. So if you're Catholic, you would convert a Protestant, diverse faith, Muslim, Orthodox, or revolutionary idea into Catholic by simply placing a Catholic token on it. Or, if it is already printed on the board, simply remove the other religion token, which is, yeah. I say, okay, thanks. So, yes, it will remove the diverse face token to convert the area to Catholic. Cheers. He says, yes. And this is the bit that it comes home for me. Now, reading back on what his very first comment and his second comment, I can see it's quite clear there now, but I wasn't seeing it at the time, and I was still a little unsure. He says, yes, a diverse face religious token is no different than a Muslim one, for example. So it's like a Muslim or a Protestant, and that bit there has made me, okay, right, that's fine, I get it now. So it's just the same as having a Muslim token, or this being converted to Muslim or Protestant. Then we can use that convert action to take that away and return it to what it was. So, yeah. So, sorry, Max, I suppose I'm sort of saying you didn't really fix it for me at first, but reading back on that, you actually did. It's just, my reading of it I wasn't really grasping it, and that's why I had to ask a bit more. And you must have been a bit frustrated by having to repeat yourself, to be honest. So, and thanks for your reply, as always. So, yeah, hang on. So Austria are actually they're gonna get to remove their diverse faiths token, and they will score 2 points as well. I mean, why they get to do that, who knows? Because I think if we carry out that action, now where is that? Convert area, it's on page 14. If we do it, it costs us 2 administrative power, 3 ducats, and I want to say we don't score any points. I might be wrong. No, it's worse for us. I mean, it's So much better for them. But again, these are things that happen in these games. The bots get to do different things. So there it's there. You make a religion given the area to your state religion if you own every province in the area. So there is a well, actually, no, we do own all the provinces in Brandenburg, so we would have been able to do it. Because this is what I was now thinking, that I've got 2 administrative power left. I think I maybe should have done this. I'm not going to go back now, actually. I'm just going to leave it, because we would lose out on the 2 ducats as well. But I could have used that action converted. On saying that, like I say, the downside to it is place the appropriate religion token on the area's religion slot, or remove the current token to reveal the printed symbol, which is what we would be doing. Add unrest to one of your affected towns. One of your affected towns. See, that's there saying that again. Remember, it was on the event that one of your being affected by the religious dissent. Then I guess. Well, I mean, it must be one of the towns in that area. So, and then roll rebel dice for all your towns in the affected areas. So not only that, we'd be doing that, rolling the dice, and then we'd be then going into Peace and Rebels phase and doing that and rolling the dice again. So, although to get rid of that diverse phase token, Grant, if you go in the next round, you're gonna have to go through that process. But what do the bots do? They just remove it and gain 2 prestige. You know? Anyway, well, it's obviously been thought of carefully and worked out and balanced out that is a fair way for the bots to carry out that action. So again, there were 2 points. They're up to 12. So yeah, so I wouldn't have carried out the, what was it? Papal Curia action. No. And yeah, that's it. So that was the end of the round. That's all we needed to do, was just finish off that battle because we weren't sure, and then we went in the end of the round. Right, okay, so Peace and Rebels phase to start with. I'm going to look at the bots bit first. But I'll need to switch back and forth, to be honest. Is there anything, does it give you a rundown on this, maybe? Not really, no. Peace and Rebel phase, it starts on page 9 in the main rule book, so I'll just need to jump back and forth to it, between it. So first of all, remove Casus Belli and Truces, and when it says remove Casus Belli, it means these tokens, not any Casus Belli. It doesn't remove claims or anything. Remove Casus Belli and Truces. Right, okay. And then Empire Invasions, we're not using that rule because it was an advanced rule. Rebel Siege or Move is resolved as normal. And then we're going to do the Peace Resolution. Right, so I'm going to come back to that. So main rule book, remove all Truces and Casus Belli tokens from the board. Yeah, I mean, it is. I was just reading that again, wondering about, it doesn't mean any Casus Belli, but it doesn't. It doesn't, because I know that you've got the acclaims left there. So remove all Truces and Casus Belli tokens from the board. A player removing a Casus Belli token loses 2 if not at war. Right, so there's no Truces or Casus Belli tokens. NPR Invasions are out. Rebel Siege or Move, well, there's no rebels on the map. It has to be a rebel that's on the map for this to happen, isn't it? Performance steps below in order if there are any rebel units on the board. So no, that's not going to happen. We then come to Peace Resolution. So, in what order does this go again? In turn order. Austria's the first player, so it's Austria, Denmark, then us. Okay, so let's go back to the bot bit. I think this should be straightforward this time. It was interesting that that very first time that we had this was a more complex sort of to one to deal with, isn't it? But at least it brought some things out that I'm now going to then... Well, I'm going to have to look it up again, the answers that I got to it. But however, Austria are at, well, and this is where they are at war, if you like. This is in this bought peace resolution, this is when they are, see, sometimes I just can't get the word. It's a simple word. Considered. This is when they are considered to be at war. Right. So it's actually Denmark aren't at war, it's just them and us, Brandenburg. Right, so they've got 2 wars going, and I'm pretty sure it's total victory. So automatic white peace it is not. What was the description of that again? You know what, that play read for us gives a description in the back of it, doesn't it? Right, peace, automatic white peace, condition 1. Neither side in the war, and I think this is the same for the boat, neither side in the war occupy any of their enemies' provinces, including provinces of any of their enemies' vassals or active allies. Yeah, that's not true. All the wars here, Austria are occupying all the provinces, and so are we when it comes around to us. But we'll maybe use this chart for ourselves just to go through it. So that's a no. So then, has achieved a total victory against NPR enemy. That's given a link to number 1. I wonder why they didn't show you the white peace example down here. So here's the description of total victory against NPR enemy. Bot must occupy NPR's capital and provinces of tax value greater than or equal to half of NPR strength. Well, in both cases, they both occupy the capitals. They occupy NPR's capital and provinces of tax value greater than or equal to half of their NPR strength. Half their NPR strength. Well, for Bavaria, it's 3 halved rounded up to 2. So yeah, the bots occupy 3 provinces and there, and 1 in the other one. Yeah, that is the answer. It is correct. So they've achieved total victory. So it says there, then they're going to annex all the enemy's de jure provinces that are controlled by enemy or bot. Annex all of the enemy's de jure provinces that are controlled by enemy or bot. By enemy or bot. Right, not quite sure why it's saying enemy or bot. Sure, there's a good reason for it that I'm just not getting, but anyway, I'll just push on. And then we're going to place towns. Right, hang on. I don't know. I mean, we've got the towns occupied. Unoccupied vassals are released as NPRs. Score. Prestige equal to the tax value of annexed provinces. Remove any other tokens from all annexed provinces. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just, why is that saying place town? Annex all enemies de jure provinces that are controlled by enemy or bot, place town. That's what that symbol is, isn't it? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Anyway, so we're meant to do these individually, but I don't think. Well, we'll do this one first. So that's got a tax value of 3. So they're going to score 3 points. So I'm going to just knock them up to 15, rather than swing the camera around. We're then going to come around this chart Well, it says remove any other tokens from all annexed provinces. So that must mean the occupied tokens. Yes, yes. Okay, it's not really saying it here like it did in the player one, I think. But so yeah, so these are all going to be coming off. The occupied markers, right? And then we come around to, where do we come to next? Way down here, down at the bottom. If the enemy still exists, flip war tokens to their truce side. Player realms on both sides may add claim where they have lost towns. Bots add a maximum of 1 claim. If the enemy still exists, flip war tokens to their truce side. I mean, I feel like it should be going to its truce side, but I'm not understanding this again. You've done this before though, Grant, haven't you? Then it moves on to remove bot's claim from the areas where bot now owns all provinces. For each claim removed, remove 2 unrest from the claim's area and score 2 points. If able, and less than 2 cores in place, spend 1 bot power to place a core here. So I mean, I think this is what happens if enemy. I just can't. If enemy still exists, put war tokens to the true side. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, but I don't suppose I'm quite understanding it. If enemy still exists, so that should be flipped to its truce side. There. I mean, they shouldn't still be at war, should they? If the enemy still exists, I mean, if the enemy still exists mean the Austrian enemy? Is Austria the enemy? No, it can't be. And it sounds a bit bizarre. If the enemy still exists, flip their war token to the truce side. It doesn't sound like that makes sense. That's why I'm not getting that, am I? Right, maybe somebody can explain that to me. I'm pretty sure that they are going to have a truce now. I don't think the war token stays that way, stays on its war side, because they're not at war anymore, are they? They've taken all the towns, they've taken all the provinces, and then the next bit says remove bot's claims from the area where bot now owns all provinces. So we're going to take that away. I better put that back. Where does that go? No. And then for each claim removed, which we removed 1, we remove 2 unrest from the claims area and score 2 points. So he's going to score another 2 points up to 17. I'm pretty sure we didn't get score as many points like this as well. Maybe we do. Well, we'll see shortly. And then flip 2 of the unrest towns back over. So, I mean, would they pick the capital? Well, no, that's not. If it was a large town, they would pick that first. So it's just going to be alphabetically. It's not. So L and N, the other one's Regensburg. So we're going to get Landshut. And München. So, and then I've got 1 town, Stall and Unrest. And then, if able, and less than 2 cores in play, well, he's got 1 over here. So, I think that is that. So, I need to find claim, there it is, claim 7. So claim 7, which is the other core, that must be claim 8 that's there. So then that's going to go, he's going to spend 1 bot power Oh, oops, careful, Grant. What did I do there? Right, I'm going to spend 1 bot power and place that claim, that core, sorry, in that area then, is it? To place a core here, yeah. So, let's put that in there. Okay. Right, and then it says, any remaining wars to resolve during this step of peace resolution. Well, yes, we go back to the beginning, but the same thing's now going to happen. Which is... yeah, annex means... oh, hold on. No. I mean, it leads you to this from an NPR enemy, so it is talking about non-player realms, this. Anyway, annex all the enemies de jure provinces that are controlled by enemy or bot. So this is now the one that's going to take now. Score proceeds equal to tax value of annexed provinces. Well, that's going to be 1. So he's going to score another point up to 18. And then remove other tokens. So my take on that is the occupied token comes off. And then way down here, if enemy starts this, flip war tokens to truce side. Well, yeah, don't quite understand it fully, but there you go. Hopefully we're getting it right. And then remove bot's claims from areas where bot now owns all provinces. For each claim removed, remove 2 unrest. So that claim's going away. That unrest is going away as well. Put that claim marker back before I forget. And for each claim removed, yeah, and then score 2 points. Oh, I get 2 points for that as well. So that's 20 he's on. Scored about 10 points there. If able, and less than 2 cores in play, spend 1 bot power to place a core here. Well, no then. And it doesn't talk about moving the core if it happened to be want to place it in a better area. So the 2 cores are in place, so it's not going to spend the bot power. And it's not going to place a core. And then that's it. Any remaining wars, for them to resolve, no. And then we go to ourselves. So I'll get the peace resolution chart out for ourselves, and maybe some of the stuff we've just been scratching our head about might become a bit clearer maybe. So up here in Pomerania, I'll just read this rather than show you the chart. Well, I suppose it is one of the charts we could do another look at. I mean, I'm having a look at myself, but probably useful if anybody's watching. Peace resolution. Any war satisfies automatic white peace? Well, no. Any player realm at war satisfies total victory conditions. Any player realm at war satisfies total victory conditions. Yes. So go to first player in the player order who has achieved a total victory versus another realm. See, that's why as players we would do it that way. Well, I see. This is what Martin mentioned before about going to this, because that would take you to, yeah, because that was, yeah, it doesn't matter. See, I think if we've been looking at this for the bot, we should really look at this from the bot. So the bot's going to look at this and say player realm at war satisfies total victory. Go to first player in the player order, so that would be Austria, right? Is it a human player? No. And then go to bot peace resolution on the solo bot rules. So it would take us to the same place and do the same thing, but I suppose we should start with this chart and then lead to the other chart, but no harm done. So now we're going to the first player in order who's achieved the victor is a human player. Start with first player and go clockwise. So victor is a human player. Loser is a human player. No. Victor wants to enforce full annexation, and there's the one that you're getting the choice of. I mean, do I just want to put vassals on, or do I want to remove them all? And I still don't quite understand what the benefit to that would be. Or, yeah, because it's asking you if you want to rather than can you. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll just stick with the full annexation again. Maybe there's reasons why you wouldn't want to do that. That might become clearer to me. So, or somebody might tell me. Right, leading up to there. So we do want to annex, full annexation. Remove war tokens. Right, well, see, why couldn't the... Oh, hang on. Remove war tokens. We get to straight up remove that war token. But Austria had to flip theirs over as truce. Maybe something's not right there, girl. I thought I was going to be... Well, no, truce is a different thing, isn't it? Truce would be if they're still an enemy. I don't think that they should be at a truce, the Austrians, should they? But where did it say in the chart that they get to remove their war tokens on? And here. I mean, is it... because this doesn't really make... If enemy still exists, well, Bavaria, the enemy for Bavaria doesn't exist, so... But there's no removal of the war token, though. Unless... No, it's not there. End the war. See, I don't get to that one. Do I? Or do I? Am I making a mistake? Comes down, comes right down. No, it bypasses that. So how does it come from that box then? End war and keep current board state. I don't know where... Yeah, there's the bit I was looking for. It says remove any other tokens from all annexed provinces. But that's actually on the province. That's not the war token, is it? So how does this war token go away? Because that says it would flip to its truce side. Which I'm actually thinking that we shouldn't have done that. So it should still be showing its war side. Remove bots claims. Any wars remaining? No, that's it. There's not a bit to remove the war token. So does the war token stay there? Whereas that's the first thing it's telling us to do is remove our war tokens and all occupied tokens. Right, hang on. Right, so I've been away. What got me thinking was maybe I need to look at the not the bot peace resolution, the peace resolution, the main rulebook. And I think that's it. And I came across Martin commenting the last time I made the question on this, and his comment was the fact that the main problem with this is you've got to look in different places to find these answers. I mean, in that bot peace resolution, there's no real talk of this being removed, but then you've got to just understand that I suppose that this is a full annexation that you're doing. I don't understand why it can't have this in the bot peace resolution flowchart as well, though. I mean, why can't I have these things in there? Right, I need to find what I'm looking for first in the rulebook. Peace resolution. Yeah, because this is a full annexation, I think. I thought it might have been under total victory that it might have told me, but it doesn't. But if you look at... Here's all the peace terms. And these ones in this red box are advanced rules, so I'm not using them. So here's full annexation, and I think this is where I've got to look to actually understand what happens here. And you'll notice I flipped the truce markers back to war because I think that was wrong. That step should have been left as it was. Full annexation, which is what we've done here. I mean, it says it back there, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm jumping about, I know. Well, it doesn't say full annexation there, does it? It doesn't use the words annex all. I mean, it tells you what to do. The only problem is it does not tell you to remove a war marker. That I can see. I mean, that box says end war. Sorry, I know you can't see that, but I'm just... that box says end war, which suggests that the war token would come away, but we don't hit that box because of how we are doing things, right? Well, let's go back to this and let's maybe just assume that it is full annexation, because this makes it clear in here, but again, this is the main rules. Total victory to enforce, well, that's what we've got, or that's what Austria's got. Loser must be an NPR or bought. That was the case, it was an NPR. The losers' de jure provinces are fully incorporated into the victor's realm. Remove all alliances, royal marriages, war tokens, and occupied tokens from the annexed provinces. So right there, it's telling you to remove all these things. And I think this gets removed before we even hit that step. That's right. I'll go back to it in a second. If the loser was an active ally of player realm, that player realm loses 2 prestige. That's not the victor may, by discarding a claim from any areas where the annexed provinces also remove to unrest, which the bot does do. And so just coming back to here again, so I think this step here is when the war token should come away. It does say remove any other tokens from all annexed provinces, which to me allows you to remove the occupied markers, which I did. But, could it not just say remove the war marker, then we wouldn't be having this issue? That's what I'm going to do here. See the things to try and pick up with tweezers. But they're in fiddly wee bit. You say, well, don't use tweezers. I'm like, well, I can't get my big fingers in there. So I'm going to remove the war markers from both the areas. And I think that's where that should be in that step. Because that's, back in the main rules, it says remove the war, you remove the occupy markers, or whatever. And then see when it brings me down to here, it says if enemies still exist, flip war tokens to their true side. Well, there's no war tokens there, so we don't deal with that. So that's a conclusion I'm coming to. As usual, please let me know if I'm getting it wrong or not quite understanding things. Right, let's go back and finish our one, because 34 minutes. Yeah, this should have just been at the start of a part, really, shouldn't it? What do I do here? Well, can't you just do this peace resolution step first, Grant? And then maybe cut the video. Okay. So, total victory. Yeah, go to first. Yeah, we've done all that. Hang on, we're up here. Remove war tokens. Have we taken it away? No. Again, it's right in the middle there. I've got you. So remove war tokens. Occupy markers. Oh yeah, we are going to be able to get rid of that unrest. Yeah, I forgot about that. It makes me more think I should have used that convert action, got rid of this. I know it would end up, this would be an unrest, but I mean, it's going to happen anyway, isn't it? Anyway, so remove war tokens, all occupied tokens, all player realm tokens except victors from loser's realm. Victor may discard one claim from the area where they gained town's vassals. Well, we didn't. Well, yeah, we've gained them, but not really in this step. Anyway, to remove 2 unrest per claim. If NPR is annexed player realm, if NPR is annexed, player realm removing a active ally loses 2 prestige. Well, that's not the case. So we are going to flip these. and remove that claim. And remove that claim. Now, the fact Denmark have a claim in there, is that relevant? Don't think so. No, I don't think so. So, and then moving on to the next step, it says any player realm at war. Well, it just takes you back to any player realm at war satisfies total victory conditions. Why does it take me back to that? I mean, is that not it just finished? Oh, right, it does take you down to end peace resolution. Any player realm at war satisfies total victory conditions. So yeah, it's now checking for somebody else. But there's not. Well, no, because Austria were done first. Any player realms with unresolved wars? No. All player realms with land units in neutral areas. Oh yeah. All player realms with land units in neutral areas must place these in the nearest friendly area. Yeah. Well, Brandenburg. Our army is in Pomerania, which is a friendly area. And just double checking that Austria's army is still out here in the map, and I think they should be. I think that's fine. And they're not in neutral areas, so that's fine. So then end peace resolution. Okay, right. Well, yeah. I think we got there. I think we got there in the end. So now we're kind of on to the next step, which is what, Grant? Peace and rebels. That was the peace resolution. Can't you just get right through that? But then I've got income and upkeep to come and clean up. So I'm going to stop the video here. It's not a great place to stop it, but you know what? That happens sometimes. It's not a big deal, Grant. Will I stop and restart again? No, I think I should. Yeah, the dogs need to get out, so I better do that, I think. And then I can come back and relax and have another shot later on, I think. So I'll do that. So I'll cut this part for now. And I know we're in the middle of the Peace and Rebels phase. We're going to come back to... Well, that was step D, so we're going to come back to step E of the Peace and Rebels phase, which is prestige penalties, but I'm not so sure there's anything going on there. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Cheers.